Yeah, I like how you keep bringing up not to self-segregate, because we do that in the BDD claim process, especially just even today. I'm like, although I do have really bad migraines many times a month, sometimes I'm just like, I'm good. I'm good, right? I'm not going to take that sumatriptan until it gets to a point where I do take it, and then I go to sleep because it knocks me out, right? We're so good at just saying, I'm tough, whatever. I'm macho. And we definitely do that 1 year after discharge. You're finding a job. If you have a family, that becomes your number one priority, like healthcare and all these other things. And disability kind of gets put on the shelf there. And just like David Piatek says, I'm going to give him a shout out right now, of not to disqualify yourself for VA home loan or home ownership. And we have live streams. You'll see him all over this channel and our individual channels as well. It's the same for VA disability claim process. I always say this phrase of let the VA do VA things, right? If you claim, I'm going to use an easy one, right? For the 1 year presumptive window, it's tinnitus. There is no such thing as submitting a presumptive claim. You just submit tinnitus. Even if it's PACT Act, there's no PACT Act claim. You just submit asthma. If it's TARA, there is no TARA claim, toxic exposure risk activity. You just submit, what COPD or whatever it is, sleep apnea via service connection TARA, whatever that is. These claims don't exist. The VA does VA things. And I do not trust the VA at all. Not even a little bit, okay? But when it comes to the VA following their process of, hey, this veteran writes a TARA exam, this veteran is PACT Act eligible, this veteran has 1 year presumptive window of tinnitus, that they will get right. In the event that they don't, now you know, but you're going to be fine, okay? So let the VA do VA things. And I'm going to use my flat feet example I use for BDD claims. If I had asymptomatic flat feet and I submit that as a claim, guess what? So what? I know I have a diagnosis. It might be acute. It might even be chronic on my exit exam. I'm going to let the VA say no, right? I'm not going to disqualify myself. In the same breath, I'm also not going to submit every single claim I can that's in 30 CFR. There's like 5,000 of them, okay? So I'm not going to submit all the stuff I know I don't have, but I'm definitely not going to disqualify myself. I love how you keep bringing that up. But that's the 1 year discharge. And if you're wondering on your dates, 1 year discharge is when you leave service, not terminal. I took 59 days of terminal, which was a beautiful time in my life. That double paycheck of terminal leave and then the job I had was just beautiful. Okay, beautiful. But it's not terminal. It is the day you are a real person, right? Which is noon on that day you get out. So 11:59 a.m.
I'm a real boy.
11:59 a.m. You were a Marine, right? At noon, you are
still a Marine.
You're still a Marine. Happy birthday again, by the way.
That's right.
But now you've joined the normal world. Okay, so that's the day it starts. Last thing on 1 year after service, and then we'll move on to probably the biggest.
I have one ad too.
Okay,
and I have one ad.
Is your intent to file is that date? So let's say I'm sorry.
That's what I was gonna do.
Go ahead,
right.
take it. No, I'll start it.
Go for it.
You take the second half.
Okay, so what Clay was starting to lead into, good job. I'm so proud of you, man. That's so awesome. Good job. So when you get out of service, it is essentially as though an intent to file was put into place for you. If you file a claim, it doesn't even need to be the 1 year presumptive claims, right? Just simply filing a claim within 1 month, within 1 year of your discharge will back pay you to the day after your after your exit, right? So your last day and then the next day, like Clay was saying. So the day you became a real boy or girl, it will backdate to that. So that's a very important thing. Do not wait to the last minute, just like with an intent to file later on in life. Don't wait till the 364th day to file it, because with your luck and mine and Clay's, something will happen and it will get dated the next day and you're completely done. So don't do that. I always suggest like a couple weeks ahead of that, right? 2 weeks ahead of that for the just in case. And then I'm also look, I'm a little bit, sometimes I can be strange. I'm just saying. So if I ever file, and anybody I've ever told to file an intent to file in a conversation, I'm like, look, put in your intent to file. Wait a couple days, call the VA, make sure they got it, right? Inspect what you expect. Make sure that they actually have it. There has been times the VA, oh, what intent to file? So make sure that it's there. And same thing with your claim. It doesn't, I just want to make sure you got my claim. I sent it in a week ago. Just want to make sure it's there, just in case, right? That would be a horrible, horrible situation. And one phone call can fix that if there was a problem, even though it would be highly unlikely that the VA would mess up anything with technology and your claim. Let you be the one out of a million, right? Because then they'll go, well, we got 999,999 right, is what they would say. So anyway, that's the last piece. Thanks for bringing that up, Clay. I'm glad that you did. Sparked my memory. I appreciate you.
Yeah. I will add to that, and then we'll transition. That also applies for appeal. So if those claims that are denied within that 1 year window, you submit the appeal. This is why I don't trust the VA. This is a reason. 90% of the time, and I would bet money on this, your effective date is going to be your denial date. If you submit a supplemental or an HLR, the VA gets the effective dates wrong all the time. Probably the most common mistake the VA makes every single day. And so if your intent to file is when you left service, that could be a serious amount of back pay, especially if you're going from like 70 to 100 or like 20 to 70, right? These huge gaps. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 months of that is a lot of money, especially when you're just transitioning out of service. Expenses they actually become real, right? You can't go to the chow hall and not pay for it anymore.
Yeah.
It comes out of your check, but you don't know it, right?
What? I got to pay for electricity and gas and garbage? What? The water? Yeah. Bills. Love it.